So let's start with this NSA insider who provided the information to The Guardian. Right. He's identifying himself. His name is Edward Snowden. He's 29 years old. He is an American, and he's a contractor who works for the National Security Agency. He's a former CIA agent, and here's what he had to say in an interview taken with him in Hong Kong about why he chose to expose this program.
Because even if you're not doing anything wrong, you're being watched and recorded, and the storage capability of these systems increases every year consistently by orders of magnitude, to where it's getting to the point you don't have to have done anything wrong. You simply have to eventually fall under suspicion from somebody, even by a wrong call, and then they can use the system to go back in time and scrutinize every decision you've ever made.
All right, so what do you make of this?
Well, I think this is going to be a classic whistleblower case in that this guy is no Bradley Manning, you know, the fellow who's now on trial in a military tribunal. This is not someone who hit the dump button and all of a sudden 250,000 diplomatic cables were disclosed and divulged with some real blowback. This guy said he perused, he went over every single document to make sure there wouldn't be harm to the national security, but now Mike Rogers, who's the representative who oversees this stuff, says, but he didn't know enough to make that call. He shouldn't be making that call. But I think still, given what we know at the beginning, the fact that he stepped forward and identified himself, it's going to be very tricky for the Obama administration to pursue him.
Yeah, well, and meanwhile, there are reports that the White House is indeed looking into a criminal investigation of these leaks and presumably of the leaker. He says, quote, I understand that I will be made to suffer for my actions, but I will be satisfied if the federation of secret law, unequal pardon, and irresistible executive powers that rule the world that I love are revealed, even for an instant. He thinks he's going to suffer, he says.
Right, and he's apparently offering himself up as a kind of First Amendment martyr, a privacy martyr, and that's why I think politically it's going to be very dicey. Look, we still don't know enough about either of these programs that has been revealed thanks to his efforts now. We now know. We know that the PRISM program was aimed overseas at foreigners. Now, I know foreigners
the PRISM program is the one that is collecting internet data. You know, and you believe that there's a distinction between the PRISM program and the phone record collection.
Yes, I do. I think that the internet connection program aimed overseas is very useful and is probably within the legal constraints that have been established to make sure that people's privacy isn't violated. However, we don't know enough yet about that program. Or the other one, which does trouble me more, that's the Verizon program, as it's now called, but it's all of the telephone providers that have scooping up this information.